Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you taking the time to check it out. Today I have for you another rare game experience, and well, today's is a weird one because it kind of dives into something that most people likely wouldn't consider a game as a kid, and well, some would consider it maybe a game as an adult, and that's Wall Street. What's funny is I kind of totally stumbled into this by accident while looking for information on a totally different type of Wall Street game that dealt more with the crash of 1929. Believe it or not, there's actually a game for that, and yeah, for those of you who know, this footage is every bit as creepy and morbid as you think it is. This one, however, harkens back to the late 80s where Wall Street was once again romanticized in movies and culture, because this one's called Wall Street Kid. Yeah, trust me, this one's gonna get a bit weird, so if you have a minute, snap up your power suit and your highball, and let's hang out a while as we dig into this one. Now, to get to the context of why someone may have thought this game was actually a good idea, we need to go back to the 80s, which were admittedly both cool and weird. You see, Reagan had come into office around 1981, introducing the world to what's known as Reaganomics now. The goal of Reaganomics was basically to stimulate economic growth, reduce inflation, and increase employment through tax cuts, deregulation, and decreasing government spending. Many people attributed these moves to the surge in the stock market and led a lot of people to making big money on investments. This sparked a lot of interest in movies focused around the business, like Trading Places involving Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, Wall Street with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen, just to name a few of these movies. These movies often showcased how the little guy with a little bit of money can make lots of money investing in the stock market. While often not necessarily true, it often made stockbrokers look a lot like rock stars, much like how the celebrity chef boom did the same thing for chefs in later years. So it should come as no surprise that some enterprising programmers would try to invest in a game about playing Wall Street. Thank you, I'll be here all week. Jokes aside, this is where Wall Street Kid comes into play. This game was made by a company called SoFi and was released on the NES in 1989 in Japan and 1990 in the United States, coming in just on the tail end of the United States' love affair with Wall Street movies and stockbrokers. And they were seeking to cash in on that self-same market while, letting players play the stock market. Now, if that's all this was, I likely wouldn't have bothered. Well, okay, maybe I would have, I'm on that way. Still, this game tried to do a bit more with the premise of the whole thing by presenting you with a story. You see, you're approached by a lawyer named Larry who tells you that your distant uncle, Benedict... Okay, I'm sorry, just Benedict? Oh my god, that's so painfully white and money of a name. It really is. Regardless, Benedict has passed away and you're the sole distant relative and inheritor of $600 billion. Kinda. You see, there's a catch. You have to prove yourself worthy of the money. How do you do this, you ask? Well, they give you $500,000 and tell you that you have to turn it into a profit on the stock market. Now, not only do you have to make a profit, you have to do it in a very Benedict way. This means pampering your girlfriend, moving into a decent $1 million home. Keep in mind, this is 1990 and homes cost on an average of $151K. So $1 million was not decent, but luxurious by any standard around the time. You only have a month to hit the house goal, but your ultimate goal is to acquire a castle that your uncle's grandfather lost ages ago when he immigrated to America. Basically, what we have here is a reverse Brewster's Millions vibe. For those of you who don't know, Brewster's Millions offers Brewster $1 million right out the gate, or he can take a gamble and spend $30 million in 30 days and have no assets at the end in order to win the entire inheritance. The idea was basically make him so sick of spending money that he would learn to be responsible with money and not waste the fortune immediately, right? The premise here is kind of the same. Take a significant amount of seed money and learn how to make money, not just spend it. The gameplay itself consisted on tasking you with investing in various different stocks each day, dealing with work-life balance issues like exercising, spending time with your girlfriend, shopping, taking day trips, etc., all while reminding you each time on how much money you could have made had you not done those things, which honestly sounds kind of brutal. Now, to help you along your goals, you can call up Connie the Arrogant Advisor. And no, I'm not kidding, this is her actual name. She will offer you stock tips, think insider trading, which is illegal, but hey, we have a girlfriend to spoil, so what's a few felonies as you work your way up the $1 million home ladder? Eventually, you go and buy a yacht and your eventual castle as you climb this financial ladder. I found it interesting to look at this one today personally because of the microcosm that it represents when we lauded personal gain for no other reason than personal gain its own. When people looked at movies and games like this as a way to get out of their current situations and live the good life with that one good deal. Most of us know now that it's not that simple, but the allure and mysticism of it remains for many people, especially people who grew up in this particular era. And honestly, it just makes for a unique game experience that I almost never see play out anymore. I can't imagine this game being made now. I couldn't imagine being made when it got made, however it came out. But that's enough of me. What do you guys think of this one? Did any of you ever hear of this one or play it at all? What did you think of it if you did? Do you find its premise funny and interesting, or just off-putting and a bit depressing that things used to be looked at this way? Let me know in the comments. While you're there, if you don't mind, please leave this video a like. And if you see more of my stuff that you like, consider following the channel. That actually helps me out quite a bit. Till we meet again though, have a great rest of your day, and happy gaming.